Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. Today is 13th of May 2024, and the Avyak Murli is dated 24th of December 1979. Very beautiful Murli. In today's Murli, Baba first gives us a wonderful title that you are the light for the world. And where there is light, there the vision is clear, you can see in the light. So Baba says, you are the light for the world, you are the eyes for the world. And then he elevates our self-respect even more. My voice is not clear. Rakhiban?
A little feeble.
Feeble?
It's a little slow in the sense the volume is slow. If you can increase the volume.
It's full. Okay. Om Shanti. Good morning once again. Now is it okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was saying that in this Murli Baba in the beginning, he gives us a wonderful title of saying that you are the light for the world. And you see clearly in the light, no? So Baba says you are the eyes of the world. And then further in the Murli, Baba elevates our self-respect even more by saying that you are the star of Bab Dada's eyes. Hmm? Also, Baba makes us aware that greater the title you have, greater the responsibilities then. So your stage impacts the stage of the world. As Baba says, you are the roots of the tree of humanity. So anything happens in the roots, the entire tree is affected. So Baba says, as your stage is, so is the stage of the world then. So your stage affects the stage of the world. So let's listen to Baba's Murli. The essence of the Murli is the gathering of those who bring light to the world. In Hindi, it is very beautiful. Jahan ke noor. Baba calls this as Jahan ke noor. The gathering of those who bring light to the world. Today, Bab Dada is very pleased to see each child because Bab Dada knows how elevated each one of his children is. Each of you children is a light for the world. That is, the eyes for the world. You are the stars of Bab Dada's eyes. He makes you children sit in his eyes. That is, he merges you in his eyes. Right? You sit in Baba's eyes means you are merged in his love actually. See, Baba says you're merged in my eyes. Eyes are praised a great deal. If someone doesn't have sight, it is as though the world doesn't exist for that person. Just as physical eyes are very important, similarly, each of you children is a light for the world. Without you lights of the world has no value. When you remain stable, in the stage of being the lights of the world becomes happy and elevated. So here Baba says, when you are stable in the stage of being the light of the world, then the stage of the world is happy and elevated. When the lights of the world come down from this elevated stage, the world seems tasteless. Everything depends on all of you to such an extent that it is said, when you are awake, the world is awake, and when you are asleep, the world is asleep. So Baba says, everything depends on your stage to such an extent that if you are awake, the world is awake. If you are sleeping, the world is sleeping. Therefore, you are the images who support the world. Adhar Murk, images that support the world. The whole world's stage of ascent is connected with your stage of ascent. And the whole world's stage of descent is connected with your stage of descent too. Right? When we are in the stage of descent, like in the golden age, then the whole world is in the stage of ascent. And when we start stepping down, the whole world starts stepping down. So Baba says, your stage of descent, whole world's stage of descent. So do you move along considering yourself to have this much responsibility? Do you have this awareness? So it feels good to listen to the title that you are the eyes for the world, you are the light for the world. But Baba says, are you aware of the responsibility you have? In observing the present stage of each of you children, Bab Dada sees to what extent each of you lights of the world is bringing light to the world. The eyes are said to be the light of one's life. All of you are the lights of the world. If the lights of the world are themselves flickering, what would be the condition of the world? If the light of the world is flickering, then Baba says, what would be the condition of the world? When a physical light here constantly flickers or doesn't work, how do you feel? Yeah, when a light it's constantly blinking, then how do you feel? Do you like it at that time? In the same way, if you lights of the world are constantly flickering, what would be the condition of the souls of the world? No, we don't like such light. We will instead put it off then, no? So Baba says, if your light is flickering, then what would be the condition of the souls of the world? Everyone's vision is on you, stars of the world, you lights of the world. Everyone is waiting. Waiting for what? Hmm? What do you feel everyone is waiting for? Baba says, on the path of devotion, they have said about Shankar that transformation took place when he opened his eye. However, this praise belongs to you lights of the world, who belong to the clan of Shiva. So not Shankar, Baba says you belong to the clan of Shiva and this praise is yours. When you open your eyes, the world changes. When you, eyes of the world, reach your perfect stage, when you open your eyes of perfection, transformation will take place in a second. So which eye? Baba says, when you open your eye of perfection, then transformation will take place. So, lights of the world, tell me, when will you open your eyes of perfection? So, Baba is asking us for a date. When will you open your eyes of perfection? Your eyes have already opened, but every now and then the dust of Maya enters them and keeps making them flicker. So eyes are open, but the vision is not clear. Why? Baba says because the dust of Maya keeps on entering. You can imagine what the condition of your eyes would be if any dust were to enter them. You wouldn't be able to give stable drishti to anyone. If something goes in your eyes and you keep rubbing or you are not able to see clearly, you're not able to keep your eyes open with stability, then can you give drishti? So Baba says you wouldn't be able to give drishti then. The whole world is waiting to receive 1 second's drishti from you. What is the world waiting for? To receive 1 second's drishti from you. The eyes of the world. They are wondering when the drishti of their specially loved deities will fall on them, when they will be given just a glance so that they can go beyond. If those who should be taking others beyond with a glance are constantly rubbing their eyes, how would they be able to take others beyond? Right? So Baba says, if you are not stable in your stage, if you are not able to go beyond, how will you take others beyond? There's a long queue of those who want to be taken beyond with a glance. So souls are waiting, Baba is saying. There's a long queue who are waiting to receive a glance from you. This is why your eyes of perfection should always remain open. So, so Baba says, be careful that the dust of Maya doesn't enter your eye and your eye is constantly open to give drishti. And this is why your eyes of perfection should always remain open. Baghdada watches the wonderful scenes of the lights of the world and sees how the lights of the world cannot even keep their eyes open and steady. Whilst you take others beyond with your glance, some of you even nod off slightly. So Baba says you do that, you give, but then in between you nod off. So whilst you take others beyond with your glance, some of you even nod off slightly. How could those who are nodding off take others beyond with their glance? So if you're sleeping and somebody comes in front of you for a glance, then Baba says, how can you do that if you're sleeping, right? If you're nodding off. So, nodding off is as though your mind is choking. It means the mind is stuck in other thoughts, waste thoughts. Yeah? So Baba says, then if your mind is choking, that is nodding off. Not sleeping, but mentally. Your devotees are looking at you, whereas you images who should be granting them visions are nodding off. So what would be the condition of the devotees? Therefore, only when you stop rubbing your eyes and nodding off, that you will be able to become an image that grants visions. So, image that gives support, image that grants vision. Baba says, when will you be able to do that? When you stop rubbing your eyes, when you stop nodding off. So this Baba is talking about the mind, about your thoughts. If you are disturbed in your mind, if your thoughts are flickering, if you're engaged in waste thoughts, then Baba says, how will you be able to grant them vision? Bapdada looked at you lights of the world at Amrit Vela to check whether you were flickering or sitting stably. He saw many different forms and poses. You all know them. Yeah, we know how our pose was in Amrit Vela. So what else could he say about that? The past is the past. From now on, understand how important you are and how important your task is, and remain constantly ignited. So very important line to remember. Baba says, past is past, but from now on, what do you remember? Understand how important you are and how important your task is. Like, who am I and what is my purpose? What am I supposed to do? What is my responsibility? So Baba says, understand who you are, how important you are, and how important your task is, and then remain constantly ignited. You can transform the world in a second. You can transform the world in a second through your own transformation. Practice becoming a karma yogi for one moment and experience your karmatit stage the next. Yeah, so beautifully Baba is brought up this flow of in the Murli. Like Baba said, you are the light of the world, eye of the world. Your stage influences the stage of the world. And then now Baba says, whatever you've done is done. Now on, realize what your responsibility is. And then Baba is now giving us the method to do that. What to do, how to do. Baba is saying, become Karma Yogi in a moment and experience being Karmatit in the next moment. So do perform your karma and detach from your karma. Right? So this practice, Baba says, becoming a Karma Yogi for one moment and experience your Karmatit stage the next. People outside give the example of how a tortoise, your creation, is able to withdraw all its physical organs in a second. Even your creation has the power to pack up. So Baba says your creation has the power to pack up. So then the creator must have the power to pack up, no? On the basis of your power to pack up, are you master creators able to merge all thoughts and stabilize yourself in one unified thought in a second? So you need to check yourself for this. Are you able to use this power to pack up? Just command your mind and see if you're able to just merge all other thoughts and stabilize yourself in one thought. So do you need to struggle or are you able to do that in a second? Yeah, that's the practice. Although there may be a situation of upheaval everywhere, you should be able to become unshakable in a second. Even amidst that upheaval. So Baba says, even if there is upheaval everywhere around you, amidst that upheaval, are you able to become unshakable in a second? Do you know how to put a full stop? How long does it take you to put a full stop? It is so easy to put a full stop that even a child can do that. He may not be able to put a question mark, but he would be able to put a full stop. The present time we will see more upheaval. However, when nature creates upheaval, you masters of nature have to remain unshakable. So another title Baba is giving here, that you are the master of nature. So remain unshakable even when the nature creates upheaval. At this time, nature is only giving you small papers, but all five elements will take on a very fierce form in the final paper. Firstly, now here Baba is telling us about the different calls, call of the time, call of the nature, call of the souls. So Baba is saying in from all four directions, someone is calling you, someone is waiting for you. So Baba says, firstly, nature will be very fierce. And secondly, because the five vices are coming to an end, they will come to you in their most fearsome form and try to make their final attack on you. So one direction, five elements. Second direction, five vices. Thirdly, there will be all the different types of souls. On one side, you will be attacked by tamoguni souls, and there will be the various cries of devotee souls on the other side. So third direction, Baba is saying there will be different types of souls. Somebody is calling out in pain, or some tamoguni souls, or devotee souls, so different kinds of souls. Then Baba says, what will be the fourth thing? Your old sanskars. So test papers from four directions. So first Baba said five elements, then second five vices. Third Baba says different types of souls, tamoguni souls, distressed souls, devotee souls. And fourth Baba says your own old sanskars. At the last moment, they will still take their chance. They will come once and then bid you farewell for all the time. In what form will your sanskars come? Now Baba elaborates here a bit how your old sanskars will come as a test paper in the final times. Now I think they will come to some of you in the form of suffering of your karma. They will come to some of you in the form of suffering of your karma, and to others in the form of the bondage of karmic relationships. Bondage of karmic relationships. To some, they will come in the form of waste thoughts, and to others, they will come especially in the form of carelessness and laziness. We see all of this happening, in the Brahmin family as well. So Baba says your old sanskars will come in these different forms, in the form of your suffering, or karmic accounts, bondages, or waste thoughts, or Baba says carelessness and laziness. Everywhere there will be the atmosphere of upheaval. The authorities of government, religion, science, and all other fields of physical power will be in upheaval. All the ruling authorities, Baba says, they will be in upheaval. At such a time, will you remember how to put a full stop? Or will a question mark appear in front of you? Now we have to check again ourselves. If anything like this happens in front of me, will I be able to put a full stop, or will I put a question mark? Why is this happening? What's going to happen? Are you sufficiently experienced in the power to pack up? Are you able to observe and not see? Are you able to hear but not hear? Whilst observing the upheaval of nature, become masters of nature and quieten it down. With your stage of the knowledge of how to put a full stop, you will have to stop all the upheaval of nature. So Baba says if your stage is such that you can put a full stop in a second, then you can make that stop as well, whatever the upheaval is happening. You will have to transform its tamoguni stage into its satoguni stage. Are you practicing this? Are you invoking such times? You especially need to practice accumulating in yourself the power to pack up. So what is important? The power to pack up. One moment, how to do that? Again, Baba is giving us a yukti or a practice. Baba says, one moment be corporeal, the next moment become angelic, and the next incorporeal. So the drill of the three forms, corporeal, angelic, and incorporeal. It should be very easy for you to stabilize in each of these three stages. Just as you are easily able to stabilize in the corporeal form, in the same way, both the angelic stage and the incorporeal stage are your stages too. It should therefore be easy for you to stabilize in your own stage. In the corporeal world, you are able to change your costume from one dress to another when you want. So Baba is giving us this example, like when you want to change your costume, you can change, no? And if it's loose, it's light, then it's easy to change. If it's tight, then it's difficult to change. So likewise, Baba says, body consciousness. If it is tight, then you cannot change. But then you have to practice that you are able to easily stabilize in your angelic stage and in your incorporeal stage. Similarly, you should be able to change the stage of your form. You have to let go of the awareness of your corporeal form and become the form of an avyakt angel. You must be able to put your angelic dress on in a second. So are you able to put on your angelic dress in a second? Just one thought and you wear your angelic dress. Do you know how to change your dress? You must practice doing this over a long period of time, for only then will you be able to pass in time. If you practice over a long period of time, then will you be able to pass in the test paper of 1 second, no? Do you understand how intense the speed of time is going to be? Are you ever ready for such a time? Or will you only be ready when you are given the date? If you were to be given the date, then instead of remaining soul conscious, you would become date conscious and would not be able to pass fully. This is why you're not given the date. However, all of you should receive a touching as to what the date will be. You should be able to experience it as clearly as though you were watching a scene with your physical eyes. You should be able to experience what is to come in the future very clearly in advance. Baba tells us, no, if the line of your intellect is clear, then you can foresee, you can see in advance what is going to happen. So Baba says you can see the date, you can see what is to come in the future. However, you lights of the world should keep your eyes constantly open. If you let the dust of Maya get into them, you would not be able to see clearly. So do you understand what you have to practice? Yeah. Baba says, practice changing your dress. Practice changing your dress from corporeal to angelic, angelic to incorporeal. Yeah, so we can stop here and we will continue with this Murli tomorrow. Let's sit in silence for a few moments and then we can share our journeys. Om Shanti. So very beautiful Murli. Baba has given us big titles of self-respect. Anyone would like to share? What did you take from this Murli?
First awareness that Baba has given today is being the self-respect of how important your stage is going to be. So right from Amrit Vela till the existence, the whole conference age, how am I maintaining my own stage and not being casual there and just being loose there is my take home point from today's Murli. This is very clearly mentioned that as is your stage is going to be the stage of the world. So don't take your stage to be too light. And I say light in the sense of chalta hai attitude. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So Baba very clearly says why Baba is not giving the date of the final date, because we will become light conscious instead of practicing self-conscious or becoming that. So in order to pass fully, so we have to practice, changing the dress from one moment corporeal, the next moment angelic, and then incorporeal, 3 stages. And we shouldn't be taking time to change the dress. It has to happen in a second. So Baba says this requires long practice. So we need to practice for a long period of time. This is the takeaway for me today. Thank you.
Yes. I remember Baba once said that change your dress like you change, in your house, you go from one room to another. So you change your awareness, and I am an angel, and then you enter into another room incorporeal. So different forms, like Baba gave us yukti to practice. So likewise, Baba is saying you change your costume. A very nice drill, incorporeal, angelic, corporeal. So these 3 forms drill, Baba says you check how fast you can do that. Anyone else?
Om Shanti, sister. Om Shanti. You can hear me?
Yes, yes. Om Shanti.
It's I would say a Philips Murli. Why? Like advertising for Philips. Baba is advertising me. Baba is really putting me in the front, and as if here, like the Philips manufacturing company, he has manufactured so many lights. So he is advertising me. Like I come from the world of light. First, why am I light? I come from the world of light. I create hope. I carry light, or I am like travelers of light. The way, as I've just put in the chat box, the words which Baba said, like as you said in Hindi, Jahan ke Noor, Noore Ratan, there are high superlatives. Baba knows how to really light up his children. But I often used to think how Baba, one, you are incorporeal. Two, how can you make me sit in your eyes and merge me in your eyes? Because you're making it as the height of visualization. But I just took it as a metaphor. It's not that literally I go and sit on his eyes, and the power of able to give light to others, the power of able to see, go beyond darkness. Like I feel sometimes like, when like Florence Nightingale, she came out with a big thing of light and then she went round the soldiers. So I also feel like I'm also one of those lights of the world, where appointed by Baba, selected by Baba, and I'm going around the world and I'm taking them away from darkness. So that's the first thing which is needed, because this upheaval, whatever Baba said, the first thing is the world is in darkness. Everything, concept of God, concept of self, everything, it's in total darkness. So that's the first thing I would really love. That's why that song, na, Teri Yaad Ka Deep Jale, Jyot Jage Man Mein. So I also love those songs. So that's the beautiful picture which I first carry in my eyes. Om Shanti.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that. Mm. Yeah, as Baba was saying, that in the world, eyes are praised a great deal, right? If someone doesn't have eyesight, then it's like the world doesn't exist for them. So Baba was saying that you are the eyes for the world. So how important you are. I really like this line that Baba said, understand how important you are, how important your role is, and then remain constantly ignited. Right? As Baba was talking about flickering light, if your light keeps on flickering, then that doesn't feel good, no? You don't like that, you don't feel comfortable. So Baba was saying, if your light keeps on flickering, then what would be the condition of the world then?
Just to add one more point, sister. Yes, I like that sentence which you asked us to underline. I have an important task. And I remember even in the Sunday Murli, Baba had said, highest self, highest father, highest task. So that I have an important task. I shall remain constantly ignited. That means, see, if I have to remain 24/7 constantly ignited, means the oil or the fire of yoga must always be there. But again, in that, if you see that as Baba plays with this full stop, exclamation mark, yesterday also in the Sunday Murli, he said, and he gave us a homework yesterday in the Murli. He said, today at Amrit Vela, like every day, get up and put the 3 tilak. So really, I just followed that because it was yesterday's Murli. And I always love to take one point at least of the earlier day Murli. He told us to apply the 3 points, the 3 full stops. And how grammatically, like a grammar, he speaks to us about these punctuations. And yesterday, for the first time, he also spoke about this exclamation mark. So a full stop. And for the full stop, which here Baba is saying you need, so that no need for you to nod and rub in your eyes. Baba had given 2 things, Swaman and remembrance. Om Shanti.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else would like to share?
Om Shanti.
Ji.
Om Shanti.
Yes, Om Shanti.
Baba is talking that you are the eyes. And if the eyes start flickering, the vision is not clear. And when the vision is not clear, definitely the Purusharth is not clear. So Baba talks about the stage also. What should be our stage? That constant stage that, and Baba also talked that you belong to the world of light. So as you belong to the world of light, you should be light. And as you are also the light, you should be in a position to enlighten others also. You should be in a state of enlightenment. And as when you reach to a state of enlightenment, you can enlighten others also. But Baba talks about that constancy in our state. Baba talks about full stop also. So that how that constantly state will come. As our Mahamantra is that Om Shanti. When you consider the word Om in Hindi, it is like A, U and Ma, that is Acharan, Ucharan and Mansa. If Acharan, Ucharan and Mansa become same, I understand in a different way, considering that Acharan is one brother, Ucharan is another brother, and Mansa is another brother. That Mansa, Vacha and Karma are three brothers. And both are given some different amount in partition. They will not be silent. Shanti will not be there. But when these three brothers are same, Acharan, Ucharan and Mansa, silent will be by default. And we will be in a state of Om Shanti. And when we are really in the state of Om Shanti as our Mahamantra, we will be in a state of, our state will be very, very light. We will be in an enlightened state. And as when we are in the enlightened state, we'll make the world enlightened as Baba wants us. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Yeah, Baba was talking about the date of the final paper. Baba didn't give us the date, but Baba did give us the question paper, no? What questions Baba said you will have in the final times. And then Baba said in 4 directions, different things, no? Different kinds of souls, the 5 elements, 5 vices, and then your old sanskars. So that's something to check actually. Baba draws our attention that your own old sanskars will emerge in front of you to bid final farewell. So in the form of laziness or carelessness or waste thoughts. So that is something to churn upon and check ourselves, right?
Sister, I wanted to ask you of that paragraph only. See how nicely he started with light of the eyes and then he took us to darkness, a gory picture, degradation, which even Brahma Baba, when he got the Gyan, in one eye he saw the new world, in other eye, the destruction and all he saw. No, it's very easy when we read it and all over here, as you said, the 4 things. But if you just visualize,
Yeah.
and how can I be not unshakable? Because the same thing even Baba mentioned in yesterday's Abhyaktvani. Time will come to an end suddenly. You will not be told anything in advance. And you cannot say everything will be fine. We are Baba's children and all. So that's why, and there where Baba asked us a question, has God made you perfect or time made me perfect? So taking this paragraph, like these 4 things which you were saying, so I think my preparations have to be start for becoming perfection by God, not by time, not by upheavals. So how else can I really face that picture?
Baba did give us this practice, no, in this Murli itself. Baba said that when such upheavals happen in front of you, will you be able to put a full stop or will you create questions in your mind? Why is this happening? How can this happen? So this long queue of questions or just a full stop? So that's the picture where practice comes in. No? That's where the importance of practice is, where Baba did tell us that you need to have this practice over a long time. Only then will you be able to pass in the paper of a second. Right? If we think that it's just a putting a full stop, I'll do it at the end. No, that's not going to happen. Right? You need to have that practice over a long period of time. Now, every day, whenever I see anything happening around me, sometimes someone's behavior irritates me, or I don't like the way a person is doing a task, and I will create questions in my mind. So that is the times when I need to practice putting a full stop in a second. Huh? Detach and observe the drama, right? Just Baba, as again Baba said in this Murli, that can you observe and not see? Can you hear but not hear? So this practice, yeah, and the third thing Baba talked about, the power to pack up. Just as the tortoise withdraws and goes inside, can I do that? Can I withdraw my thoughts? Can I merge my thoughts and just stabilize myself in one thought? So that much command, that much control over my mind. So that again comes with practice. And Baba gave us this practice putting a full stop, practice the drill through which you can gain control over your mind, stabilizing your mind in a second wherever you want. And this power to pack up, that's what Baba was talking about. So put a full stop, use your power to pack up. Yeah? And practice seeing but not seeing, hearing but not hearing. So detached observer. That again, practice again and again. That will help us in the final moment. Yeah.
So you're saying time is now, preparation is now.
Yes, but Baba is giving us time to prepare still. You also see the test papers are going on actually. But again, we have time to practice. We are seeing no upheaval everywhere in different forms. Vices, elements, souls, all this is already started, already going on. Right?
Yeah, I like that Hindi word which he uses. I don't remember, something he speaks about gore. What is that? In English, it is total degradation. I don't remember. When he uses it in Hindi, Murli, it's frightening.
Roro Nark, you're saying, or what? I don't know.
Some Roro,
Bhor Kalyug.
Whole
That
Kali.
is Bhor Kalyug.
no, sometimes when he gives it's so, it gives you a frightful feeling that, wait, what you're saying, this is only a rehearsal, still worse to happen still. In Hinduism, earlier that we call it as the 11 indications at the end of the Kali Yuga. We used to have a kind of a pro thing over there. But when Baba explains, and now today you see, oh my God, storm of vices, attack of souls. Nature, okay, she's doing a job. But the storm of vices and attack of souls, it's really, I don't know what energy one needs.
Yeah. Your stage, no? Stage is important. That's what. And you create your stage with practice. It's not a one-time thing, no? It's a process.
And also highlighted the authorities of government, religion, and science. It's all going to be in upheaval too,
Yeah.
right? So we don't have everything all in the upheaval form at this time. It is either this or that. Mostly the nature, right? The government, not the government or the religion, at least, right? So when all of this coming at the same time in their fearsome form, so then I think we all need so much of power to conquer that, right? So it's a very big height that which one of us will have to reach.
Mm.
And Baba clearly says that the practice, the three stages practice will only help us enter to. We should be able to do that in a second, not taking more time. Power to uh, power to pack up, just withdraw in 1 second. So, very interesting, Murli, and also, putting us in a stage to think a lot and to reflect back how far we have reached and how far we have to go further to get there, to reach the perfect stage or the stage that is Baba would like to see us in. Yeah, fortunately.
Rightly.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know, Radhamani has put in the chat very nicely 3 points, 3 practices Baba gave us today. So, and so many titles of self-respect. If we churn, what is the importance of that self-respect for me? How do I bring it into practice? That would be great. And these 3 practices, putting a full stop, power to pack up, and the 3 forms drill. So
So
we can.
this is easily, yeah, it's really like connecting the yesterday's module that, so we have to, shouldn't be waiting for the time. So it is better to become complete before the final moment take place and then go to settled world and be with Baba, remove Baba, and then see everything from there. It would be good to see from there,
Yeah,
right? Than waiting for the time to come, because towards the final moment, this all will be in so fearsome form where we will not be. I'm not saying we will not be, yeah, hopefully we will be, but it's seeing all this worst situation are yet to come, right? It's not a good idea to wait for the time to make us perfect. It is better to, become complete and perfect before time and then go to the settled world.
nice
Yeah,
idea.
like, these NEET and JEET scholarship people, they join classes, no just classroom teaching or thing, self-reading. So we also have to find these various pick-up places, these things. Like one of this is, of course, the morning Murli. It's such a beautiful thing, Sharpna sister, direct after Amrit Vela, we are put into this Murli. It's really one of the, a tonic for us. So I think we have to choose more of these so that we can become absolutely ready. I think that's what's the need of the art, to see what are the various ways.
Yeah, yeah, brother, you gave a nice idea. Go and sit in the subtle world so that this fearsome upheaval time you don't have to be here. Yeah, so to go and sit with Baba again, we need to practice and create that stage. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Let's just sit in silence for a moment and make a thought in our mind for ourselves that we will practice throughout the day. Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Sharmila Bhan. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a lovely day.